I used to be addicted to video games. Really addicted. 8 hours per day addicted.
There was a point where I heard my in-game name more than my real one, and I talked to more people online than in real life. It got to the point where I'd dream in Minecraft. Like in a dream, I'd be running away from a serial killer,
And I'd get to a cliff, and instead of just dying, I'd jump down and place a water bucket beneath me and survive. That was not my water. And it didn't help that I basically tricked myself into thinking that I was being productive. My tiny little YouTube channel was about to hit 1,000 subscribers. I made a few $100s off live streaming, and I thought I was on the grind.
I need to get that.
My life was falling apart before my eyes, and all I could do was watch. I was addicted. Playing games until 12 a.m., then crawling into bed felt good enough to not quit, but terrible enough for me to hate myself for it. But eventually, after being convinced that video games were for losers,
realizing I had zero accomplishments or real hobbies, and I had no real friends, I began to hate video games. I was still addicted, but at least I hated them. My newfound pure hatred for video games made me disgusted at myself whenever I'd play one.
I cut myself off from my friends at school that I'd play with, but really, I cut myself off from everybody.
It was an ego thing. I was better than them for not playing. I replaced my video game addiction with an addiction to feeling superior to people. Although I was starting to play less and less, my anger and bitterness towards the world defined the distinction between self-improvement and self-destruction.
I stopped hanging out with friends, I became quiet in school again, and I left all the group chats I was in. But then I started going to the gym, reading the Bible, making friends again, and things were looking up.
Now fast forwards over a year later, I haven't touched a single video game since. The thought of me sitting at a computer, staring at a screen, mouth open, clicking away with that dumb little gamer face, like, it makes me mad. If you're watching this and spend too much time on video games, I know this hurts to hear, but you're wasting your time. It hurts to hear that somebody thinks that your favorite pastime sucks, but it's the truth. Most video games are designed to keep you hooked, and they benefit from you being addicted to them.
But newsflash, your 500 wins on your favorite game don't actually mean anything. Every level you beat, every win you get, makes you feel so important, until you step out into the real world. Video games are a distraction from reality where accomplishments that matter are made. This isn't a diss, I'm sure you would agree.
If you could press a button that would give you your dream career and enough money to survive comfortably, everybody would press it. Nobody would rather be playing video games all day for it. I'm not saying you gotta quit completely right away, but just ask yourself, what are your goals in life and how is playing video games gonna help you get to that? Imagine you're on your deathbed one day, you're fading away, you're trying to remember the good old days just one last time, and all you can conjure up is that time you got a triple kill in some video game that nobody cares about anymore. That would suck. That would suck. I might just unplug the life support right there.
For me personally, video games were quickly replaced by the gym. I was a scrawny little Chinese boy who watched too many motivational gym videos, confident that I'd get jacked right away like the people blasting trend that I watched. Of course I didn't, but I knew if each workout made me just a little bit stronger, eventually I'd reach my goals. Every time I felt like I was gonna go play video games, I remembered that I could be in the gym. In my mind, the trade-off was simple. Either I played my games and stayed a weak loser forever, or I hit the gym, bench 225, and become somebody. Okay, obviously chasing an arbitrary number in the gym isn't gonna fulfill you either, but you get the point. After quitting, I swear everything is so much fun. I could stare at paint dry for an hour and I couldn't complain about being bored. I'm sitting on this random hill that I found in some guy's field, and it's probably gonna be the highlight of my day today. Because life is so beautiful, but screens can make it seem all so dull.